radical are young people getting?
More radical by the day. After COVID, my idea that we're going to have some kind of revolution really faded pretty quickly.
Yeah, I know.
Right? I don't think we're going to have some, 1776 revival here.
1789? I hope not.
Let's hope not. Yeah, I don't want to go on the guillotine either. But I think more and more what's going to happen is people are going to check out. We're already seeing this, right? We hear people, men walking away from the workforce, walking away from forming families. We're going to keep eating out the center of what actually holds our society up. We think it's abstract ideas. What it actually is young men going out, working, forming families, finding, worthy women, creating families, building societies together. That's what actually holds these things up. And it's all going to haul out from the center. And you can't import foreigners fast enough to solve this problem for you. And so what we're going to end up with is if we don't take radical action, I don't think it's some kind of armed rebellion. What we're going to see is a society that falls apart from the inside.
Men eventually recognized the game wasn't worth the energy. The return on investment kept shrinking while the expectations kept rising, and men don't chase lopsided deals. Why keep investing time, money, and effort into women who offer nothing back but entitlement and attitude? Society pushed a rigged script on men, then laughed when they opted out of it entirely. What changed is simple. Men started valuing themselves more than the chaos around them. And once a man understands his worth, crumbs aren't even a consideration. Instead of begging for appreciation, he chooses peace. And that's a choice modern women never saw coming.
What I'm trying to get at here is each of you, when we talk about which choice you'd make, like the career or the babies, we've asked this before and I'll let you keep going around, but usually it ends up being, well, I'm gonna do what makes me happy. And if humanity dies, it dies. But men don't ever even really get that choice. Men don't ever even contemplate that. Men are like, well, the world needs to be built. Men don't get value just from being cute. You guys could do nothing. You could just sit there and every word that comes out of your mouth could be absolutely R-worded and you can be total airheads and be totally good for nothing. And as long as you're cute, some man is gonna love you and pay your bills and give you whatever you want and do whatever he needs to do to make you happy. Men don't have that. Men have to provide value or nobody gives a shit about them. And even when they do provide value, people still don't give a shit about them.
Right on target. The reality is simple. If simps disappeared overnight, the entire illusion propping modern women up would collapse instantly. No more effortless validation, no more unearned pedestal to stand on. They'd finally have to operate in the same world men do, where respect is earned through value, discipline, and accountability. And that shift would expose a lot of truths people pretend not to see. The world would look cleaner, calmer, and far more honest without constant ego inflation. Funny how removing the weakest link ends up revealing everyone else's real character.
I put makeup on just for this date, so it better go well. And I'm not posting this, probably, if it doesn't. It did not go well. Truthfully, it lasted less than 2 minutes. I walked up, he gave me a hug and said, "Are you hungry? Let's go inside." We went inside. He said, "Actually, can you step outside for a minute?" I stepped back outside and he said, "I'm not trying to offend you, but I'm just not feeling it." So I walked to my car, came back home. Dating when you're fat sucks.
Sometimes the truth shows up before the excuses do. If he walked out in 2 minutes, she probably left out the part where she catfished him with filters and angles. Plenty of bigger women hide behind curated headshots, then act shocked when reality doesn't match the preview. He didn't owe her a performance or fake interest. He simply chose honesty over pretending. Walking away immediately is more respectful than dragging it out with false intentions. And if she's upset about his reaction, she should be just as upset about her deception. At the end of the day, accountability goes both ways.
Comply or goodbye. That's how it goes. Now, if you want to take my advice and listen to me, cool. If you don't, fine. You'll stay single for a couple more years.
I know it sounds harsh, but what he's saying is most women never tell you this in person. They'll be like, you know what?
Nah, bro.
You're amazing. I love you. Da da da.
And that
lie.
attitude, that attitude of I'm not gonna change or I don't care what men want. I only want what I want. You're cooked, bro. You're never gonna get a guy to
but
take
I
you
never
seriously.
said that I wasn't gonna change, and we had this conversation earlier. I just said in this moment that right now I'm doing me, straight up, and that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying you asked.
That's not gonna work. That's not
Why are you getting so angry right now?
I am doing me is stupid.
Why are you getting so like whatever?
I'm not mad. I'm just
You're
telling
just
you.
getting super aggressive. Like
No,
if my man wants
because-
me to do something different, then I'm gonna do something different. Like
I'm
I don't know
telling
why
you,
you're
you
saying
ain't
that
gonna
I'm not.
get them. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
I am not worried about that. Like I'm genuinely not. I get asked on like a daily, weekly basis if I want to be someone's wife.
People wonder why men are checking out, but the answer has been in plain sight for years. Modern women treat "I'm doing me" like it's some kind of accomplishment, when all it really exposes is entitlement and zero accountability. That whole "I don't care what men want, only what I want" mindset is exactly why so many end up bitter and alone. Men aren't volunteering to be dismissed, disrespected, or treated like an afterthought anymore. Keep moving with that attitude, and the only thing waiting down the line is silence and solitude. You can't reject standards and expect devotion, and eventually, reality catches up to everyone who thinks they're above it.
American woman, and they even started to adopt some masculine traits. Or, like, is there a movement that I'm unaware of men taking steps to, like, be better? It's not our job to make them better. Like, they should want to be better themselves. You know what I mean? Make me single? Because I'm tired of being alone, and I just want someone to spend my life with.
Tired. Men are tired. They're tired of their masculinity and have decided that they can be extraordinarily picky and discard and abuse, in some cases, verbally. Men, ooh, you're so, ooh, he's ugly. Ooh. You know, they do this stuff all the time. And then if a guy turns around and says, oh, honey, you're not my type, you're so superficial.
It's obvious what's really going on here. Modern women demand endless improvement from men while offering no accountability in return. The double standard is almost laughable at this point. They freely call men broke, unattractive, or not enough without hesitation. But the second a man sets a boundary or holds a standard, he's labeled toxic, insecure, or shallow. It's entitlement dressed up as empowerment, and men aren't falling for it anymore. The mask is slipping, and the reactions prove it every single time. The moment men stop playing along, the truth becomes impossible for them to ignore.
You can be in love and be really unhappy. Having a relationship that's causing you constant anxiety, constant heartache, constant pain, feeling overlooked, not feeling important. You can be in love and all of those things still be true. How crazy is that?
A genuinely shattered heart doesn't need an audience, and it definitely doesn't come with TikTok filters and background music. People who are truly hurting don't reach for a camera. They retreat, they reflect, and they heal in silence. Putting tears online isn't vulnerability, it's marketing. It's bait for validation, and a soft launch for the next guy lining up to save her. This isn't grief, it's optics. It's not pain, it's promotion. And the louder the performance, the more obvious it becomes that the story matters more than the truth behind it.
It is very hard to communicate facts without your interpretation of them or how people feel. I'm saying men will walk away, and men will walk away for two reasons. Number one reason, the quality of wives is too low. The women are too overweight. Not all. The women are too overweight. The women are too slutty. And the women, there's just not enough quality wives. You know, Aaron Clary broke down the numbers that Michael Knowles, he was kind of disputing them in our debate. But Aaron Clary did a whole video you can look up on his channel. It's from the Book of Numbers, going through how they got the 5% of women are marriageable stat.
Funny how the so-called fairness evaporates the moment it's not in a woman's favor. Call a woman overweight, and suddenly it's body shaming, oppression, and a global emergency. But let women clown men for being short, and it's treated like harmless humor. One becomes empowerment, the other gets labeled cruelty, even though both are nothing more than personal preferences. Men are simply done playing by rules designed to shame them and protect everyone else. The double standard isn't hidden anymore, it's just ignored, and men are finally choosing peace over pretending it doesn't exist. If the message hit, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.